Good evening, and welcome to VTV News. Tonight we will cover Melissa HarrisPerry's Race, Health, and Justice lecture. And we also have breaking news on this year's Vanderbilt Impact speakers. VTV News starts now. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Devin Morris. Vanderbilt just released their impact speakers a few hours ago. Former Prime Minister of Israel, Ehud Barak, former Senate Majority Leader Michelle George, and 2011 Nobel Prize winner Lima Gabawi will headline this year's Impact Symposium. Lectures starting Monday, March 18th. The symposium, titled Impact 2013, Dimensions of Peace and Conflict, will be held in Langford Auditorium, March 18th through 19th. Look for more information in the upcoming weeks on VTV News. Last Monday, MSNBC's host Melissa Victoria HarrisPerry was invited to Langford Auditorium to talk about race, health, and justice. She was supposed to be received at a reception at the Dean of Commons residence. However, she was unable to attend due to illness. She did, however, make it to her lecture. Dean of Commons Frank Wiselow gave us some insight as to what she would be speaking about.
A question of some importance not only to the African American community generally in the United States, but to American society itself, and that's really sort of the intersection among three important factors: health and public health care, race, and the way in which health is delivered differently depending on the racial community that you're actually talking about. These are also economic questions, and justice and equity in the delivery of health care.
Unfortunately, we were unable to tape any part of the lecture due to a previous contract with Ms. HarrisPerry. However, we did obtain some words from one of the audience members.
It was a lecture. It didn't feel like a lecture to me. It felt like a conversation, a very interesting, inclusive conversation where not only did I have a good time and got to laugh, but at the end of the day I felt like I knew a little bit more about the society that I was living in. And also I was gaining tools to one day possibly be a part of the solution of fixing the problems that we do have in our community.
Ms. HarrisPerry's lecture was followed by a book signing. Last Wednesday, students in Rand got a sampling of music during Nashville Natives, a musical showcase featuring some of Nashville's budding talent and rising stars. The Vanderbilt Programming Board and the Vanderbilt Songwriting Club put on the event, which kicked off at 6:30 with Vanderbilt student band, New South Wales. They were followed by two local bands, Promised Land and closing act Tristan. Keith Berquist was very enthusiastic about the success of the event.
I always want to try and create like an interaction in the community between songwriters, performers in Nashville, and student bands that are trying to make some sort of an impact. So when sort of the opportunity arose, I jumped at it and helped sort of with the planning and finding bands and getting everything organized and now putting it on. And it's a great show. So we hope we can do it again soon.
Many students had come to Rand to simply enjoy a nice dinner, but instead found themselves surrounded by vibrant folk, acoustic, and indie music. Some were so pumped up that they started swaying and jumping to the music. Jeffrey Shoup expressed his belief on why programs like these
to bring music onto campus. I guess even though you're close to downtown and other places to listen to music, it's I guess sometimes hard to see past campus or whatever.
Overall, the event seemed to be quite successful. This last Saturday, the Asian American Student Association hosted its annual Asian New Year Festival. The Basilisk Egg is a showcase of both traditional and modern Asian dancing, singing, and creative performance. Every act in the festival is designed and put on by members of the Vanderbilt community, and many people come to celebrate the Lunar New Year. With more, here's Lauren Kwan.
I'm Lauren Kwan, and I'm here at Langford Auditorium for the Asian American Student Association's Asian New Year Festival. The theme this year is from Harry Potter, the Basilisk Egg, in honor of the Year of the Snake.
I guess, coordinators of ANYF. They came up with the Harry Potter theme, I think, during the summer, the beginning of the year, and then we just kind of were throwing out ideas of what we could do with Harry Potter. We didn't want to try to reenact something that they already did just because we felt like we couldn't do it justice because it's Harry Potter. And so we decided to come up with our own plot line, and we just sort of tossed out ideas, and the basilisk egg came up, and we just kind of went with it. And we thought that it added a lot of flexibility, and we could just sort of do whatever we wanted with that theme.
I was one of the co-coordinators along with Ann Ding. We're two of the vice presidents in the Asian American Student Association, and our job is to be in charge of Asian New Year Festival. I feel like there were a few technical glitches like here and there, but our MCs smoothed them over pretty nicely, and the dancers like reacted pretty well to like lights like showing up a little late or music showing up a little late. But overall, I felt like it was one of the best ANYFs we've had, that I've seen at least, and that we had a pretty packed house, so I was really happy about that.
There are many song and dance performances that include Filipino folk dance as well as hula and taiko drummers.
I guess I would just like to say that this was the first year that we did in Langford, which is a really huge step for ASA and ANYF since we've always had a smaller show in the SLC. So I think this is just a really great step to show that ASA is growing as an organization and we're having a bigger role on campus, which is awesome. And there was a huge turnout for the show, and so it was fantastic.
Favorite parts was the Filipino folk dance. I think that the way that they blended traditional tininkling techniques with a little bit of a modern spin on it was really fascinating, and especially the speed at which they went towards the end. It was kind of a waltz, but they went super, super fast, and I think it was a really good performance. It's one of my favorite acts.
Well, the first movie that played didn't have sound, and that was utterly and entirely my fault. Like, I played the video and it worked, but like I didn't have sound on because I'm like backstage, so I can't like be listening to the sound. And then the movie starts playing like at the show, and I'm like, there's no sound. And then at first I thought it was just like the sound guy didn't turn on the sound to my laptop, or my laptop didn't have sound on. It was definitely like that frightening moment when like the sound's not playing, and like the audience started laughing, like was laughing at certain parts of the clip, and I was like, why are they laughing? I'm like dying here. The next MC transition, they're like, wow, it's like someone cast a silencio charm on the movie, and I was like, thank you, MCs.
So I'm just trying to get the word out about ANYF and in upcoming years for people to come watch, because it really is unique. You should go to all the other shows too, but ANYF is also very unique on its own.
I'm Devin Morris, and thanks for joining us on VTV News. Be sure to check out our Facebook, Twitter, and official website at vanderbilttelevision.com. We hope to see you again next week. Good night.